What's going on, my dudes? Ever wonder where I get my money to go traveling? Me too. So recently I uploaded one of my videos to Facebook. It did fairly well. Now whenever something on social media does well, it kind of sets off a chain reaction. From that video, I ended up getting just a massive amount of Facebook direct messages. And with all of these messages, I have to say an overwhelming majority were about my financial situation. Now, I'm not usually one to talk about financials. I mean, it's kind of personal and I feel that you should keep that to yourself, right? But in this situation, I feel I can provide some value and so many people have asked, and honestly, I was wondering the same thing. So that's what this video is. That's how it came to be. This is going to be how I can afford to travel while just being a student, and yeah, how do I afford? I can give you guys my secret now. I don't have one. Seriously though, so many messages ask me my secret formula and how I'm a 21-year-old and I'm able to travel to these places and not be working. They're like, it doesn't make sense. How does it work? Facebook must be paying you. You must be making bank over there at Facebook, or it's all covered through Instagram. Instagram, you've got some deals going on and that's how you're making all that moolah, right? Or don't get me started on YouTube. And no, honestly, what I'm doing right now, what I am going through and what I have done, anyone can do. And that's the best part. It's not just me, it's not just someone with a huge social media following, which I don't have, I'll get into that later. But you don't need to be the top percentile of Instagram users or YouTube users or Facebook people to be able to travel and experience the world in which we're given. We're gonna get into a bit of a story time here. Going back a couple years, I went straight from high school into university, just boop, right in there. I'm currently in school no longer, so it wasn't for me. The entire time I was going to school, I think I was doing 3 courses at a time. It's technically full-time schooling, but it gave me enough free time that I could also carry a part-time job, which I'm very thankful for. That part-time job was nothing special. I was actually a line cook. I was flipping pans up the street at a local restaurant. It was good. I made very little to no money, but everything I did make, I saved. And I guess that's where this whole video starts, is it's saving. I was taught from a very young age that I shouldn't just spend my money on everything I can. So I guess I'm kind of wired like that. Whenever I got money, my first instinct was to save it, and I would just save it until I'm like, oh hey, I really like that, I'm gonna buy that, and I have a bigger chunk of money to buy something with, right? Whenever I made money, I would just save it and just kept it there on the side, didn't really even think about it. So I just continued to school and work, and then one day, a better job opportunity came along, and I decided to take that. So I went from cooking to, get this, I went from cooking to installing blinds, like the things over your windows. Yes, blinds. Exciting, I know, but the blinds opportunity was a really good job. Right around the time that happened, I had an epiphany, a sudden realization that I'm like, what I want to do isn't this. I want to travel, I want to experience the world, I want to see things. That's what I'm going to do. And when I thought of that, I looked to the side, I'm like, oh hey, I already started savings. I have this better job than what I had before. I can make this work, I can make this happen. So I'm schooling, I'm working, and then school comes to an end. From around May until January, I just worked all the time as much as I could, whenever I can. I just worked and saved. When you're working that much, it's really not hard to save money because you don't have time to go spend your money, right? So a combination of all those things led me to be able to go traveling. The reason I'm able to still be sitting here at 2 p.m. on a weekday and not be working for someone else, and I'm able to continue traveling, is because when I travel, I ration my money. The saving option, everyone should be able to do, and everyone should learn to save. Saving is good. What I've been doing on my travels is kind of taking it one step further, and that's kind of rationing myself. If you guys have seen any amount of my travel vlogs, you would know that I am happy with pad thai for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I can sleep in a car and not care. A lot of it comes down to how you want to travel. So rather than getting the nice hotel at night, I would rather sleep in a hostel. Rather than getting an orange juice with my breakfast, I'd rather drink water. Rather than taking a taxi from point A to point B, I'd rather walk. It's little things like that you would be surprised. They add up very quickly. And if you travel and you just follow like saving principles, you actually think about your money and you don't just go wild and spend it all, you can make it last for a very long time, especially in the Southeast Asia part of the world. Your money goes very far there if you're from the Western world. So with a combination of things like that, I have been able to continue traveling, continue to be here right now, trying to follow my passion. Now, as I said, I get back to it. No, I make very little to no money off of any of my social media. I put a lot of time into this because I love it. I love you guys. I love just getting feedback. It's a hobby right now that hopefully one day can turn into something more. But currently, that is how I'm able to do all this. So no, it is nothing out of the ordinary, nothing that you can't do just sitting there. Instead of going out with your friends to get dinner, maybe eat dinner at home, go hang out, but don't buy anything and save that money, put it aside and use it for later. So yes, that is my secret, I guess. It's really not a secret. I haven't done anything special. I don't know anything special. It's just what works for me and how I've done it. So I hope I got the message across. I hope I was clear. Like I said, I don't like talking financials, but I really hope that I was able to offer you guys something. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you so much. And I'll see you all in another one.